Hey guys, just taking a walk around Horse Hill at the moment. Not for any particular reason, just taking it all in. So this one's going to be probably political because I'm usually political, but it's just about life. It's nothing important, it's just a ramble. It's been a long week. See my friends getting attacked by vehicles, myself being attacked by vehicles. I've seen the police acting against against the law, making up some things that they well, making it up as they go along. Basically, I've had I spoke to my solicitors earlier this week, and she even spoke to one of the police constables. And this call would have been recorded, I'm sure. I'm going to speed up a bit because I don't like the smell around here. She told the police that basically walking down the highway is a lawful, legal right. Something that is part of Articles 9 and 10 of the Human Rights Act 1998, which says we have the right to protest in any way we choose. It's freedom of expression. Yeah, I don't know, the way that we've been treated as normally honest, law-abiding people who are concerned for the environment, for our safety and the safety of others. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that we're trying our best to get a fair and honest and impartial body to come and take some air samples for us, for example, and see if there's anything behind this smell, these feelings of nausea. Unfortunately, a lady collapsed just yesterday after the march, and she's been taken critically ill in hospital last we heard. Obviously all of our thoughts and prayers are going to her. Hope that she does well and pulls out. But it kind of, she wasn't expecting, she doesn't have anything really that would have made something like that happen. Nothing underlying major that we know about. So why this has happened, we're not sure. And it serves to reason in my mind that it could have been caused by chemicals being released from this site. Sometimes you can't see, smell, taste chemicals, but the body does have certain reactions to them. One of them reactions is dry mouth, dizziness, vomiting, stomach aches, that kind of thing. Runny noses, stinging eyes, lots of smell. Just say hello to the camera over there in the distance. I don't know if you saw the red light. Every time I'm in the vicinity, excuse me, by the way, every time I'm in the vicinity of this place, I get cotton mouth. When I'm downwind, like a metallic-y taste. So I can only tell you my experience. I can't prove anything by that. And the only way that we could is with some way of monitoring the situation. That's what we're hoping to achieve in the future, because we can't depend on the Environment Agency. They came out and they said everything's fine, no problems. They didn't test the air independently to the site. So it's kind of a scary prospect, really, that the Environment Agency doesn't care about the environment when it's been reported by 12, at minimum 12 individuals from the local area that this is a problem. So yeah, it was a good day, although all in all. Solidarity days can range in numbers. This was good, it was over 100, and a lot of locals were pretty warmly responding to us as well. Just having a quick look at the store. So a lot of people know there's a public meeting coming up on Sunday the 28th to explain the potential dangers of fracking and unconventional gas, fossil fuel extraction, whether that's oil or whether that's gas. It doesn't really matter, it's unconventional, and that's the key point. Conventional reservoir is a reservoir where they tap into the porous rock and they get the oil that they want. Unconventional is when they have to stimulate the rock to release this precious gas or oil or hydrocarbons. The scary thing is how it has definitely had a release into the atmosphere, and it definitely has had negative effects on humans. Why do I keep going back, you ask? Well, someone's got to. There's people living in houses downwind of this place who may not be aware of the gas or whatever the airborne pollution is from the site. And pollution leads me on to Paris and the climate talks, and how the international community has already set targets for every country, because we don't want to be living on a planet with no water. We don't want to be living on a planet with no water in a few years' time. Now, obviously, car fumes, which pollute my air, there's not much I can really do about. Not on my own anyway. Fracking fumes, these all pollute our air. Our air is collective. It contains liquids, it contains gases, vapours. Our weather pattern system, the clouds, it's all thermodynamics. Water, once it's polluted, sometimes it can molecularly bond to the pollution and it can never be cleaned. I guess burning hydrogen may produce pure water, and hydrogen is a very viable energy, and so maybe that's how we'll get our drinking water in the future, because I don't think we can get it from the land right now. If it's not fracking fluid, there's nitrates in there from crops, from monoculture. I don't even know why we need monoculture when we've got permaculture. Personally speaking, it's not just the fracking either, it's the entire hydrocarbon and nuclear industries that are causing the problems with our weather systems on our planet. So I think we need to rethink what we're doing, why we're doing it. Do you really need to drive to the shops? So if you're disabled, you might do. If you've got a pair of legs and you can use them, depending on how many miles it can be, you might not. It might not be, you know, it's burning petrol. But the other way of looking at it is, well, the car is the fault. The car is the problem, not the use of the car. So if you could use the car without poisoning the environment, why wouldn't you do that? Then it doesn't matter whether you're driving to the shop or whether you're driving to the other end of the world. Perhaps you are not polluting the environment. So the way I see it is, I let everybody be free to do whatever they choose. That's freedom. I choose to be free. I act however I please. I don't break laws because, well, I choose not to, because it just makes life easier for everyone. Most laws are there for good reasons. You know, anarchy is not about disorder and chaos, and it's not about doing whatever you want. Anarchy means without rulers, so it means no governors, no bosses, no... Leader's a good word in a sense if you're leading the way in something, like leading the way in education, teaching children how to think, not what to think. If you're leading the way in designing sustainable housing, or, you know, doing something positive for the world, then that's leading. But leading the way in commerce and leading the way in the revolutionary bullshit that's going to destroy your planet and we're just going to make it faster and faster and faster, no, that doesn't work. Sorry. That's not leading, that's, well, it is, but it's leading in a negative direction. It's like the blind leading the blind. We're all too consumerist. Myself, try not to be, you know, buy as little as possible. But it doesn't matter what I do personally, because the big wide world is still doing. And it doesn't matter whether we all went to doing the minimum, which we've kind of been forced to at the moment, by the bloody, the way that the world's been set up lately. Everyone's just paying to pay the mortgage and the bills, just enough food, maybe one or two luxuries, and that's it. The majority of your work week, if you're doing it in hours, you probably actually get, and if you're lucky, a day to a half a day worth of what you earn goes on you and your family. The rest of it goes to corporations and the government, and the banks, who are all in bed together. So, like I said, there's nothing particular about this video, so I'm sorry if I'm wandering from one topic to another. I'm been a bit tired from the waking up real early and going to bed a bit late and doing lots of direct action in the meantime during the day, and then in the evening doing internet work and sharing and all the other activism that comes along with being an activist for saving the species. This is an SOS, but we're in the middle. We are, as a popular song says, sending out an SOS, save our species request. Not just, when I say our species, I'm not just talking about humans, I'm talking about all the species on planet Earth. We lose 200 a day because of the industries of the world. Now, you and me don't really need them industries, we just need the stuff they produce. And we've got many ways that we could arrange how we use our time and our resources to benefit each other in our communities, so stuff doesn't have to travel all around the world to find a home, you know. In a utopian future, a lot of things could be automated. We'd mainly grow our own food and look after our families and learn and teach each other and skill share and build a better future that we're all proud of and we all want to see. Not just what a few rich people want or a few corporations want, like the horrible lights behind me. It's not what we all want, it's just what some want. We've got all the resources that we need on the face of planet Earth already to create a utopian future. We've got all the willingness. A lot of people around the world, they just want to eat, shelter, not to have a bomb dropped on their head at 3 o'clock in the morning. They don't really care too much for our Western values because, well, we're more barbaric than they are, really, a lot of the time. I say that because we'd rather turn our head to the suffering that's going on around us from our fellow man, the animals, the natural environment at large. Animals, you know, without them we don't exist. The bacteria on your skin help keep you alive. The bacteria in your gut help keep you alive. They're a part of you, but they're separate from you. They're not you. So when you apply that to the world, when we're acidifying the oceans at an alarming rate, when we're poisoning the air every single minute of every single day with this petroleum-based crap, the red line has been drawn. The red line was drawn a little while ago, but unfortunately people keep crossing that line. There's only so much the atmosphere can take, and there's only so much that we as a species can take. Sometimes I wish the animals would rise up and start attacking the horrible, nasty people, but that'll never happen. Well, at least I doubt it. Just picked up some biscuits from a local. They left us. I would have taken them down that way, but number one, I didn't want to contaminate them, and number two, just got to carry them all the way there and all the way back. So yeah, obviously this camera's not very good at night, and I don't have a torch on me, so all you get is a silhouette. That suits me. So I don't know, guys, like some days I don't know why I do this, because it feels like it's an uphill battle, and oh, thanks mate. Other days you get that recognition from someone or someone's thank you for what you're doing. It makes that world of difference. Just that little thank you makes up for all the get a jobs and all the lay your bouts. Well, I used to have a career, mate. I used to work in IT. I've done 12-hour shifts in a call centre. I've been a professional. So I've had a career. I don't need a job. I might never go back to my career. But I'm not afraid of doing work. But work for me isn't the same as going and paying money and taxes and earning money. Work could be a really simple thing, like picking up litter on the side of a road, or building something for the community. Something that everyone will appreciate, and again, not for money. Been doing that type of work for a little while now, and I tell you something, it's amazingly satisfying beyond words. So that's why I do it, and I've got to keep reminding myself of that sometimes. Obviously I want to see a better environment for everyone and everything. It'd be nice to have freedom for us to choose, and I mean really choose what we want to do with our lives, rather than being slaves to a clock and corporations who don't care about us. They just treat us as a number. So we do get a good support, we do get a few idiots, and then obviously sometimes we have to battle with the police as well. I say battle, it's not really a battle because they have all the force on their side, we're not allowed to use force, and I don't think many of us want to use force. Well, not until they start attacking our friends. We don't. I've seen them lie, I've seen them make shit up, but they're not above the law. They're supposed to enforce it, not break it. And we're collecting all this evidence, and hopefully there's going to be a public inquiry into all of this. I mean, we have to leave it in the ground. If we don't leave it in the ground, we're facing mass extinctions. You know, the rich might think they can run to a dome or an underground cave or any of the above, but you know, once you destroy the planet like that, doesn't matter where they're hiding, even out of space, they're going to lose their connection with the spirit of Mother Earth, and then they might as well be dead. I mean, that's just my opinion, I can't prove it, but yeah. Anyway guys, I've just got back now. Sounds like someone's playing the guitar, and yeah, I've spoken for a little while. Just remember, if you can't breathe and you can't drink clean water, not really much else you want to do in life really matters. These two things, before you even get to food, are the most important things for our survival. Without them we perish. So the people making these things happen, they've got names, they've got addresses. You know, they're not above the law, but none of us are above nature's law. It's probably about time that we did something to stop this mess before it becomes too big a mess, before it becomes something that we cannot repair. I don't want that. You don't want that. We've got a truck coming now. I wonder what this is. That's a milk tanker, not a real tanker. I was going to say, it's a Sunday, they shouldn't be going in and out today. That's a milk tanker, not a tanker. Yeah. It's bad when we've got to fight our own government in order to have a healthy world. What the fuck? Anyway, don't know what that noise was. A bit random. I think someone was closing a window on their vehicle. You can get cause paranoia when you've got investors and the like that want to do intimidate, harass, cause alarm, and generally just lie about what they're doing. And not every camp's like this, and it shouldn't intimidate anyone.